Hi Aries, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the 27th through the 3rd of October. We're going to get back down into your weekly breakdown. Yes, I realize you're not going to see this until probably Tuesday. Mercury retrograde is in effect. Hopefully you were able to see the Mercury retrograde signage that I did for each of the elements. You did have an independent kind of detail, so hopefully you'll tap into that. But Mercury retrograde hit me pretty hard. I'm very sensitive to energies as an empath, and so I just basically needed to just chill. But we are getting right back into it, so here we go. We're going to do the same standard as we've done before. We're going to give you one card for every single day of the week, and then we're going to have several oracles that are going to also come into play. So Aries, let's go ahead and get your cards. Okay, today we are using the Psychic Tarot deck. Woohoo! Looky, looky. All right. Well, you guys want me to take them in order? Yes, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll move these over and we'll get Sunday on here as well. Okay, and Sunday for Aries. Okay. All right, my friends. What we have here is a need. Ultimately, I think what's going on here is that we have a need, Aries, for you this particular week to kind of focus on where your willpower is. I'm going to go through each of the individual cards. Let's move our sounds over a little bit here. I feel that there is some temptation that you're facing, and you're going to want to be able to watch out for that. Let me move this out of the way. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that I've got everything I need here. There we go. Here's why. We have, on the 27th of Monday, we have the Ace of... what do we have here? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. This is called Prosperity Begins in this particular deck, which is wonderful. So that's indicative of a new project or a new job or something new that's coming in that's going to be tangible, touchable for you. What we have after that for Tuesday's energy is the Chariot card, Cancer Major Arcana, Triumph, moving forward in the right direction based upon whatever this new situation happens to be for you. Now, on Wednesday's energy, we have two cards. You guys know this is one of the reasons why I like this particular deck. We are looking at our heart chakra, okay, on Wednesday with regards to the Nine of Pentacles, material harvest, okay? So that's having enough for yourself, but also having enough for others. And so I do feel that there is this situation that's coming up that's going to, again, I think it has a lot to do with your willpower. It has a little bit to do with a little bit of temptation somewhere. When we get to Thursday's energy, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is talking about financial and material changes. Now, fives do indicate that there is a change coming up. So if you do have something new that's prosperous and it looks like Chariot is driving you into that new direction, that's really, really good information. So there is a change that's on its way, okay? What I see here as we get towards Friday is the Two of Wands. In this deck, it's titled The Waiting Game. What looks like happened is that you've already made a decision to make a transition or a change into something. So now you're just waiting for the different details to show up, okay? When we get to the energy of Saturday, we have another major arcana. We have the Hangman energy. In this particular deck, it's called Sacrifice, okay? So when we get to the Sunday energy, we've kind of backpedaled just enough where we're in our stinking thinking with this trapped in fear, this Eight of Swords energy. So I feel that many of you are getting ready to take on some of you are taking on a new job. Some of you are expanding within a role somewhere, somehow. And the process is just that. It's just a process of accepting the end gorgeous energy that's coming through and just kind of letting the old energy kind of seep out, right? So I do feel, again, that this has a lot to do with your willpower, wanting to continue to move forward and allowing yourself to do that without being tempted. And I feel as we get down into this Wednesday, Thursday energy, when we do this changeover, within where we're feeling financial stability here a little bit. It doesn't always have to be financial, because prosperity means different things to different people. But I do feel very strongly that whoever I'm talking to right now has a lot going on with work or projects or side type of something that is bringing you financial security. Let's see. We're going to go here with your sacred geometry deck, and I'd like to see, as I always like to do and start, let's go ahead and get into the sacred geometry deck. Those cards wanted to pop out first. Let's see, is there anything specific or special you can share with me for our, okay, expression. Yeah, expression. What we have here, Aries, is your expression. It is your throat chakra. So your heart chakra is going to be going through a little bit of change, is basically what I'm being shared with here. But you are being guided to make sure that you're consistently expressing yourself with this different change that's coming forward. 741 hertz is going to be suggested for you for this particular week in order to help you with that. Now, what I want to understand, okay, is what does this change? Why does Aries seem to be tempted, and what's going on with their willpower? Because that's what I'm getting out of this. Looks like everything is wonderful, and I think they're just it's overexcited is what I feel here. So I'm going to go in with the numerology deck just to see. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? That's very interesting. Okay, we have two cards that popped out, and I want to make sure that I take my time. Two kind of different energies that are going on here, and this is not going to resonate for everyone, so please try to utilize the one that you that makes more sense to you. But out of the numerology deck, what's kind of getting somebody is this concept of spiritual career. So for some of you, it looks as though you are moving forward with an opportunity to support somebody within some sort of a spiritual service. It could be Reiki, it could be massage therapy, it could be aromatherapy, it could be whatever it is. And also, spiritual career is also saying to you, when you get to this point where you might be feeling a little bit stuck towards midweek, you might want to take a look into making sure that you do more self-care and seek out a therapy also as well. The other card that comes out of this is self-love, which I love. Okay, self-love, your willpower. So Aries, you want to be strong and you want to be in control of all the different things and setting up this wonderful momentum. Please don't forget to take care of yourself. Self-love is so, so, so important when you're going through a new change. Okay, so that is some of the advice I feel that needs to come out here when we feel like we're a little bit more stuck, like I said, towards this weekend, this Saturday, Sunday, this sacrifice energy with this trapped in fear. That's just all mental energy at that particular moment. It's like we're overthinking a little bit about our turn of events, our turn of fate, and that happens to the best of us, right? So I'm going to go now, before I do the clarifiers for each, I want to go in and I want to do something different at this particular moment. I do want to go in and I want to find out if there's anything specific or special for sun versus moon versus rising signs of Aries. So I'm going to use my Black Moon astrology cards, okay, so that I can pull that out for the sun, the moon, and the rising. And I realized I didn't bring my other, oh, it's over there. I'll grab that in just a minute, okay. So I'm going to pull these first, okay. Sun, Aries Sun. Aries Sun. What do they need to watch out for this particular week astrologically, or what else is going on that they can take a look at for themselves? Aries Sun. One card, please. There it is. Okay. Aries Rising or Ascendant for this week, please. Specifically. Yeah, got it. And Aries Moon, please. Aries Moon. Got it. Woohoo. Yeah, that's why that heart chakra is there. Got it. So I'm going to share with you those details in just a little bit. But for now, I am going to go into the clarifiers for each of the different days. Okay, but I will share. Sun, moon, and rising for Aries all have a little bit of different something for you to be able to focus on this particular week. Okay, let's go into the clarifiers. I would like to understand what is going on for our Aries with this Ace of Pentacles that shows up. It's a gift. Okay, so in the past, it looks like you might not have been ready to jump forward. Maybe had a little bit of lack of faith with the Fool in the reverse position. Okay, maybe just wasn't time. You were waiting. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Emperor, you show up in the current energy, and the future energy is the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. So what that means is that you are feeling or have the potential to feel a little bit out of sorts. Pretty much just what I said about this whole particular week. Okay, so with this particular energy, you now are realizing that it was not maybe the time to jump all in at that particular moment. And this Queen of Cups that's showing up in the reverse position can indicate that the reason why is because you were dealing with someone that wasn't necessarily emotionally available, kind of a little bit too much in your feels. But what I do feel is that, you know, you're going to be on top of this Emperor energy. Again, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous flow. And this makes sense to me. You know, with Neptune kind of doing its dance right now, a lot of this makes a lot of sense from the astrology perspective. But yeah, so now is the time. It wasn't the time before. Now is the time. Okay, so you're going to be out of this particular situation with the Fool in the reverse position. You are coming into your power, Aries, right now. And if there's any leftover emotional stuff that's there, you are going to be able to release that and let that go. Okay, let's move on to the energy of Tuesday with this Cancer card, this triumph, this moving forward. Now, from the spiritual career perspective, I do want to make sure that I point out that this is card 7, and 7s, when you get into the numerology, are all about that push forward. But from a spiritual perspective, it is more communication that's happening with spirit at this particular moment. Okay, it's that balance of the yin and the yang. We have the Death card that supports it in the reverse position, major arcana for Scorpio, not willing to move, but we do have the Knight of Wands and the current energy here for Tuesday, wanting to move forward, whatever that passionate idea is, finally taking the steps for what that needs to be. And then Two of Swords pops out in the reverse position, so there's definitely decision making that is happening here for you on that Tuesday. I love it. So again, all this is telling me is that in the past, again, this just supports it. You weren't particularly ready. The opportunity wasn't particularly there for you with this Triumph card that you wanted, but it is here now. So the Death card in reverse just simply means that there was a little bit of resistance, or the timing was a factor. This Knight of Wands is really wanting to go very, very quickly with this next level. And then, of course, you've got this Two of Swords, which is indicating there's a decision, a strong decision that's been made. And again, it looks as though it's a beautiful decision, because when you get to Wednesday, now we're talking about this harvest. We're talking about this material harvest. But keeping your heart chakra open, I feel, is very important, because you're going to be able to experience having enough for yourself. You should consider probably opening that heart a little bit and figuring out what else you can do with that additional whatever it is that you've got coming. Okay, let's see, spread it out. Let's figure out what else is going on with this material harvest for our Aries here on Wednesday. Well, we've got the Three of Swords. Something uncomfortable was happening in the past. You got the Magician in the reverse position, exactly why this heart chakra card is showing up. You got the Magician in the reverse position, and then you do have Temperance. So this is the universe's way of definitely telling you, Aries, whatever it is that you're coming into, make sure that you're sharing it with other individuals. Okay, so this Three of Swords energy that we have here does talk about the fact that there was something that was uncomfortable that would have shown up in the past for you. Okay, maybe someone borrowed money from you and didn't pay it back. Okay, maybe you owe somebody some money. Okay. The Magician in the reverse position is telling you to watch out, because when you are given something, you must be able to move that energy forward. And that's why Sagittarius Temperance energy is here a little bit. It's to help balance out the situation and make it a little bit more fluid, whatever those next pieces and parts are for you. Not bad energy, just a heads up, okay? Look out for that opportunity. When we get to this Five of Pentacles, this material change, all right, let's take a look at that. Let's drop right on in. This is Aries, thank you. Yep, in the past we had Justice. We're going to reshuffle those because I have half the deck pop out. Justice. 10 of Pentacles showing up here. And then we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. Okay. So, what this is going to mean for some of you, and what I feel is happening, is that not only could this be a new job, new prosperous opportunity, new job offer, new side project, new something else that's going on, some of you have been involved with or will be involved with a contract or some sort of legal situation that is popping up here, which is creating this material change. So Libra energy for sure, with Justice showing up. Again, I do feel some of this for not everyone, but for some people it's going to be some sort of a legal case or some sort of a there's something that's owed to you, okay, which is contributing towards this financial change. There it is, the 10 of Pentacles right there. And whatever this is, it's a huge relief, because now we've got the 9 of Swords in the reverse position. So reduction of anxiety, not being able to sleep, very, very excited. This is going to change your life, whatever this particular situation happens to be for you. Just again, watch out for the energy here, okay? Now we have the waiting game, okay? So if the judgment came down and you won your case, or you figured out that you won something, or whatever the case may be, now you're at the waiting game to determine what it is that you're going to do next. Let's go ahead and get down into that one with this Two of Rods. Two of Rods. Waiting game. You know, if you've made a decision here with the Two of Swords, that's great. Two of Rods, you can't technically make a wrong choice. But if you've made a decision, you just have to allow the universe to kind of catch up with you. Five of Pentacles in the reverse position, absolutely supporting everything else that's been in the past, coming out of lack, coming out of feeling as though you weren't being seen, heard, felt, coming out of some sort of uncomfortable situation. The Knight of Cups now showing up here, offering a new cup of love, a new type of an experience, beautiful energy for reconciliation for some people. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this all has a lot to do with, I feel, could be you being involved with a water sign as well. So this waiting game is definitely tied back to this Ace of Pentacles that shows up here in the reverse position, just saying that this is all related towards what this new situation is. Fabulous. Let's move on towards this energy of the Hangman now. The sacrifice energy that shows up here on Saturday for our Aries. Let's see what we've got. We have the Tower. Big change. Okay. Something needing to have been changed. You did have the Page of Cups that's in the reverse position. And we end up with the Six of Pentacles. I like this energy. So what's happening is, what we're getting out of this is that, yeah, there's definitely a change that's coming. We don't have to fear the Tower, people. The Tower just means that something is moving out of the way. So in this, it's titled Sacrifice. But are you over-sacrificing? Do you think that you have to be doing something? Can you just slow down a little bit to go inside and realize that things will work themselves out when they're supposed to and how they're supposed to? So this Tower energy that we have is the shake-up. This Page of Cups in the reverse position is not really seeing the new emotional experience come through. It also could be indicative of you dealing with a child, but at the end of the day, everything is going to balance itself out. What comes in will go out, and the Six of Pentacles here also indicates that there's going to be more than what you thought you were going to receive from a financial perspective. So then why do we end up with this Eight of Swords on Sunday? Again, trapped in fear is really Eight of Swords mentality. It's kind of stinking thinking. You're overthinking things to the nth degree. You just need to slow down, I feel, a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of self-love. We all go through changes. There it is. I said what I said. Eight of Swords showed up. And basically, it's like, free yourself from this internal conflict. This is not anybody else. This is just you, internal conflict. How do we resolve this? How do we leave it? Go back to the Chariot. Okay, this is supposed to be for you. This Cancerian energy that's there. They also want you to know with this Nine of Wands energy, Aries, that this is for you. You're going to get through this. Just calm down, go within, take the knee if you need to, and realize that you're going to have the energy that it is that you require, because the Seven of Cups in the reverse position, come on, focus a little bit here, means that you've made a decision, and this decision is helping you heal. You're walking away out of this crazy situation that would have been going on for you in the past. So overall, awesome first week of October for you, Aries, with some beautiful details. Now, what I want to do here is I want to focus specifically on Aries Sun. So if you're an Aries Sun sign, okay, 4/4 solar eclipse revolution is coming through. What I feel very strongly is some of you made a new moon wish around the time that we had the solar eclipse. We talk about the solar eclipse, and the solar eclipses and the lunar eclipses are just like new moon, full moons, just like on steroids. So whatever you called into yourself many months back, that is what is showing up for you at this particular moment, okay? If you are an Aries rising, Aries ascendant, what we have going on here is a change in your 6th house, which is free will, future money. And it has something to do with changing up your day-to-day routine. I would say absolutely yes. Okay. Free will, changeable, learning moments. Okay. I really feel for you that it is all about what's going to happen here on this Wednesday. You know that you've got all this stuff that's getting ready to show up. Please use your best judgment. And again, think about others and spreading the wealth a little bit as well. Okay. When we get to the energy of our Aries moon, okay, this is all about communication, and this is all about your partners, okay? So we have Mercury that is absolutely supporting you here at this particular moment, your thought process. It could indicate why you get a little bit in here, because Mercury does have a lot to do with us being in Mercury retrograde, communication, and those different types of things that are around, changing things that are around us, sometimes making things slow, but it doesn't always have to be a negative situation for Mercury retrograde. Again, if you saw my other details that I posted for Mercury retrograde, then you would definitely understand that. However, if you are an Aries moon sign, then a lot of this has to do with your partners, okay? And partners can be described as love partners. It can also be described as a love domestic partner. It can also indicate business partnerships as well. So I want to be able to just tie that back in together for everyone so that they can get a little bit of what it is that is going on for them. And that's kind of your basic details about what it is that we have going on. I'm trying to see if there's anything special as I'm reviewing my notes for the major pieces. So let's see what we have going on here for, the Tuesday energy. The moon is still in Cancer, and we've got that square now with the Libra sun. So communication for Cancer, that Cancer area showing up precisely where it's supposed to be showing up here on Tuesday with this whatchamacallit, hello woman, use your words, Chariot, sorry. And then Libra coming in to help balance the Libra sun energy, coming in to balance what's going on here with that big show up. Wednesday's energy, we do have 2 squares, and I think this is where some of this is coming from. So we definitely have the Cancer energy still in the moon, Cancerian energy still in the moon sign here. Mercury, the Magician, is definitely having a play here on Wednesday, exactly where it's supposed to for you, Aries, okay? And having a square, there we go, let's move that bad boy down here, with your Chiron in Aries, which is where we all have to own up to our level of responsibility, okay? And let's see what else we have going on. The Scorpio energy comes into play as it does a trine with Neptune in Pisces. Yeah. So that energy would have tried to carry it over just a little bit. But I think for that first week, everything seems to be lining up exactly as it should. Thursday's energy, there's a lot of different trines that happen. We have the trine with Jupiter, with Neptune in Pisces. We also have Venus in Scorpio. So Venus wanting everything to be gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous with that Scorpio energy of things must change. So how do we balance that out? That happens for you right exactly as it's supposed to play. And then when we get to the squares, the energy that show up, it really is about that Jupiter in Aquarius on Thursday. So Jupiter is that energy of, bringing things forward, the Wheel of Fortune, with the Aquarius energy of expansion. So I think that is exactly what is going on here as well. Jupiter is all over this, supporting you right now. Venus is showing up here to share, hey, I'm here and I'm trying to have some conversation with you about these new opportunities that are happening. And again, a Nine of Swords is just reducing the different anxieties because of, Venus's love coming in here and trying to help you out. As far as the final parts of the weekend, really the only big, I don't even want to call it negative because it is what it is, but you do have a lot of conversation with Mercury in Libra, and you do have also a lot of challenges with Mars in Libra that shows up. So Mars would put a little bit of a stop factor on it a little bit with this waiting game. It's like, well, wait a minute. I made my decision. That's Mars's energy, the aggressive energy a little bit. You just need to be mindful of that, okay, for yourself. And don't worry about it. And then the other thing that pops up here, that's the Pluto energy in Taurus, tangible, touchable things. And then the sign actually switches over to the moon in Leo when we get to Thursday's energy. So when we hit when we hit Saturday's energy, really this is the biggest issue is Venus and Scorpio, that big, how do we make this change happen with Leo that wants to push forward in the moon energy. That's the sacrifice. Okay. That's the opposition that you're feeling here on this Saturday. And then on Sunday, we actually have a lot of really cool energy that shows up. And I think what's going on here is this Chiron and Aries energy again that we have, which is asking us to own our stuff in this particular situation is here. But then this is where this big negative energy comes from. If you want to call it negative, it's just a matter of you being in your thoughts, very much so, to the point that you could drive yourself crazy if you don't give yourself a break. But the juicy energy that shows up is that Mercury in Venus, okay, Mercury in Libra, I should specifically say Mercury in Libra, having that conversation, all right, about how do we make this work with that Jupiter expansive money, Wheel of Fortune, second opportunities coming in with with Aquarius. That's exactly what's going on here. So as far as the astrology is lining up for you, you are right exactly where it is that you're supposed to be. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to pull, what is it that you want me to pull? We're going to pull a Starseed Oracle, and we're going to pull a Kuan Yin Oracle. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So if you are a Libra, if you are an Aries sun, I have your card, Aries Ascendant, and then I have the Aries Moon showing up here. So Aries Sun, this is your card. Star Keeper is the card that comes up here. Cosmic Ancestor, seeding the light by staying grounded with this change that's coming, change of fortune that's happening for you, okay? Dear Starseed, you asked for something, you wished upon a star, it is showing up. All they're saying is please make sure that you stay grounded in this situation, okay? Aries Ascendant, you are going to be experiencing a change in your 6th house of routine, day-to-day activities, learnable, tangible, touchable, free will, new money moments. This is asking you to appreciate what it is that you're creating in this new earth, this 3D transition all up into the 5D. It's happening. You called it in. Absolutely have faith in yourself. This is going to change your routine from a day-to-day basis. It's more 5D. I really feel that that's the spiritual career, but that's what's showing up for you. Now, for our Aries moon sign, Mercury definitely is playing a little bit into this house here. Okay, 7th house with your partners. What you have here, and this is interesting, is that you have the void, okay? And it's showing up in the reverse position. So this just kind of supports the reading again. The void is stop. It's embrace the winter, meaning slow down, okay? And you're within the great cosmic womb, okay? So this is the only thing that's going on. You are expressing and you are feeling this particular energy of having to just kind of stop and pause a little bit. Okay, so we're going to bring in Kuan Yin. I think it's probably been over a year since I brought her out in public readings for people. And let's see what summarizes all of our Aries here, Kuan Yin, for Sun, Moon, and Rising. And then we will wrap this up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aries. The threshold. The threshold. At the threshold you stand. Before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life. A new life of empowerment, peace, and unconditional love. You are coming home to love. And this is the gorgeous image that Kuan Yin gives you. Okay? All right, Aries. So I hope you enjoyed this different type of a version of the details that we have going on for you for the 27th through the 3rd of October. Thank you so much for tuning back in. Hopefully you were able to resonate. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Contemplate sharing this out with somebody else. If you're a visitor, hit the subscribe button so that you can receive the remainder of the different posts that I put together. And I am open for bookings, so if you want to be able to take advantage of that, take a look at the description box below so that you can link in with me. Other than that, many, many, many blessings, you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.